Welcome everybody, and today I'm going to talk to you about a hot topic in the news today, and that's actually paying college athletes. It's kind of in the media a lot because how popular sports have become in American society, and how much revenue the NCAA as well as other leagues, the money they bring in. The NCAA last year brought in about $900 million, which I think that would be enough to probably split with some of the players. And I'm kind of on the fence whether or not to pay them, but I think they should be entitled to maybe jersey sales as well as endorsements, because right now the NCAA does not allow players to get paid for endorsements, whether it be like a Gatorade or Nike commercial, doesn't matter, they can't get any money for it, which I don't think is exactly fair. The fact is, all the revenue is really brought in by the players, and I don't think it's fair to kind of keep that from, and with the money they're making, it's more than enough to kind of split it up. I think a better option would be to give them just the jersey sales and endorsement money and not necessarily pay them for just playing. The fact is, a lot of athletes have scholarship money, which sometimes can add up into, $50,000-$60,000 range. That's not to mention the fact that they basically get their meals paid for and their books for college and their insurance in case something would happen to them on the field. With all that, they're actually getting paid quite a bit to play the game that they should love to play anyway. So another kind of suggestion would be to kind of pay them with kind of almost minimum wage, has been what I've heard from some people, which I think it would be really tough to kind of keep track of which players would get paid, like would redshirt freshmen who don't get to play get paid. Like that would be kind of questions we'd have to answer, as well as would you have to keep track of kind of playing time of each athlete and determine how much they get paid, or does practice time count? And I think if you do scholarships on top of that payment, it's almost way too much for any athlete to actually get, especially for college ball. And some schools, specifically probably the NAIA division, and well, mainly just the NAIA division, they would have to, maybe they wouldn't have enough money to pay their athletes. So would they just pay them less or pay them what they could? It's kind of, up in the air right now, and nobody's really sure what to do. I know a lot of athletes who had previously played college ball and went to the NFL say that they work hard enough to where they deserve that money. I just think it would be way too complicated to keep track of playing time, and how do you really measure how much revenue a player actually brings in would be another thing. Because a lot of people can come in just to watch maybe the QB play, but there's no way to measure that. You wouldn't know how many people a particular player brought into the stadium to watch you. That's why I'm saying that the easiest thing would be to just let kind of businesses come up and give the players the opportunity to make money and not take that away from them. And then like jersey sales, you can kind of point out what player is making you that money, because you're buying a specific player's jersey. So that would probably be the fairest thing. Are there any questions? Yes, Logan.
What do you think would be a fair payment? Like maybe a percentage of a jersey sale? What would it be?
Of a jersey sale? I mean, it would be, depending on how popular the player is, you can have a really, really low percentage, because I don't think these athletes should be making a lot. Just maybe, to throw out a number, it'd be like 0.5% of jersey sales. But if you're a player like Tim Tebow or something, when he was in college, that can still translate into thousands and thousands of dollars, if not millions. More questions?
Okay, so you're just mostly talking about football, but would this extend to multiple sports? And if it does, how would they fund those other sports? 'Cause
So with American society, like basketball and football make a lot more money than almost any other sport. I guess I think all players should be entitled to at least endorsements. Like I said, a lot of people are talking about, when they talk about the actually paying the players straight up, they mainly talk about basketball and football because they're the only sports that really make enough money where they can actually do that with their athletes. But I think when it comes to jersey sales and endorsements, that all players should be entitled to that.
Another question. Okay, so if